Hello. When I try to speak about languages, I find that flying off the seat of my pants is the best way to go. I'm a great fan of being spontaneous, uh, be it when I speak, when I play uh, music, when I speak about languages, or when I run. As you see, I'm dressed like as a runner that I am. I resumed running after many years. That helps me focus, and when I feel anxious, I have to let off steam. I just run. Okay. So what I noticed that is that here people confuse competitive learning. I mean, these people get into the habit of more and more. It's like an addiction. It's the collector's syndrome. I have it in a way. I play several instruments, and every instrument, oh, I would like to play that, and you attain a certain level that you feel good, and you can mesmerize other people with your skills. But to tell the truth, um, my knowledge, my mastery of the trumpet, and in a lesser degree of the trombone, is just superficial. I know it. The point is that however much I've been doing this with musical instruments, and since I cannot do this with languages, and I found that the way a person learns several languages is not the way a person learns one. I mean, I was thinking about that. Okay, maybe they need more efficiency because they cannot waste time. They are hard pressed to maximize their results because they have to learn several languages. But in itself, you will learn many languages. You will never have the real feel of the language. Do you know why? Because I just speak 2.5 languages, and I find myself in a very difficult situation because when I even record these videos, I always find some blemish, some blemishes, some mistakes, something came out wrong. I'm at a loss for words. I stop, I think, and I know if this happens because I'm losing the hang of the English language, or just because I don't know what I'm about to say. And sometimes I even come up with a misappropism, malapropism, you see. I made a malapropism on the word malapropism, and I said misappropism because we can misunderstand, mistake, bad. And all these people have one, most of these people have one and one only experience theirs. It's like we know for a fact, oh, right sound, we know for a fact that in spite of a common basis for everyone, for example, training, athletic training, that's where there are coaches who have the holistic picture of an athlete, and they customize the training. Okay, A well-rounded English teacher, language teacher, should have even a superficial knowledge of different approaches and the techniques of each and every one, and every approach, cognitive, intuitive. There are several approaches, and each approach has several techniques. Then he decided what to do, but the key, the way I see it, is different activities according to different levels, and sometimes you have to adjust to your student, but people who haven't been dealing with many students for many years, they don't know the real problems. They know their personal problems, and they think that I've done like this, and this is very important. First of all, most of these people are people who are dealing with second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh language. So the way you approach the first language, the ability to learn a language when you learn the first, it's not the ability you have in the fifth. That's why they can learn faster. Even if they learn, they are upper intermediate, but they learn faster because their mind is more open. They can recognize patterns. They're more able to produce different sounds with their mouth. Their mouth became their musical instrument, and there is a closer connection between their brains and the movement and what they got to do with their mouth. They are more able to listen to the sounds, to recognize the sounds, to memorize the sounds, and therefore they're more able to produce them. But learning very well, I mean, as a native speaker language, is a very long process, and you cannot learn as a native speaker, I think, more than 3 or 4 as a native speaker, I say. I mean, you can, as a native speaker, it means that I speak to you for half an hour, and maybe I a little doubt about whether you're not a native speaker. Maybe I think that you lived abroad. Maybe you think you have an accent from somewhere I don't know. But actually, most of students, they don't learn 5 or 5th languages, and you have to deal with the problems that people have when they learn the first language. I give an example. If I have an athlete that already has a cardiovascular system very efficient, and he has been swimming for years and is in very good shape, okay, if he or she take up another sport, physical sport, I would teach him in a very different way from a person who is teaching. I've trained him in a different way from a person who is out of shape, or common people who are not that good shape. And that is the main problem. Many things they say can be true if you want to become a polyglot, which is a person that at the end of the day is useless. Most of the times you don't need polyglots in real life. I don't know what it's like. What's the use of people who work in a circus? Just in the circus. Outside the circus, no. So I'm not okay. Oh, there is a video thing. I mean, they know that people are gonna be amazed by their ability to speak several languages. So maybe when they study the language, they have in their mind that okay, I think before YouTube and before this, there were very few polyglots, because when you don't have the chance to flaunt this, yeah, I mean, it's very likely that you embark on this difficult, tedious endeavor that means learning 5, 6, 8, 9, 10 languages. Okay, that's it. Goodbye.